Well, we got a full load. Let's run some of this direct cut grass to the blower. This isn't the first load, so I know it's going to go fine and well and dandy. But while it's quiet, we'll take a look at the cut here. See, the chopper's only set up with 6 blades, whereas the old 1890 had 12. Now, I think they're trying to rely on the kernel processor a little bit to get a little bit more shredding action on the cut length. Because if it all went through with 12 blades like the other one, it might have been ground into a powder. But there's moisture there. It's wet. It's not fully green, but we won't have to worry about excess juicing. But give it a day, it'll get hot. If it gets hot, that means there's moisture, and it'll ferment just fine. Pick a gear, any gear. That's going to be the gear we're picking, and it'll pull on up to the blower. Oh yeah. Not needing the rice tires too much, but these wagons are too heavy to run with the TC30. Who remembers that? I miss running wagons with that tractor, but it has to be like perfectly dry. These New Holland wagons we're running now are a lot bigger than the old Gales. They hold at least 50% more. And sometimes I almost wonder, do I need a bigger tractor than this? When we get up to the blower, we'll see the tracks I left. We had an inch of rain a few days ago. Granted, groundwater is still at a reasonably low level, but it made the top a little weird, a little wet. The breeze today is drying things out slightly. Makes it less muddy. But you can see where I tore it up thanks to these tires. You know, I thought at some point we may have to run wagons with the TW. Dummy me didn't have the camera out yesterday, and Dad got stuck with a full wagon with the chopper, and we had to get the 4150 out to pull it out. The chopper was fine once we unhooked, and the wagon pulled out like nothing ever happened. Now that's what I get for talking and using the camera. Okay, set the brake, won't roll away. I think that sounded worse than anything was that actually happened, because we don't see a mark. Yeah, we probably caught it right yonder with the bar a wee bit, but nothing seems affected. I always change that lever after every load. We're using the 6610 again for the blower. It's easy to reach the PTO handle, and that is a key feature. Now, it's no fun to have to climb up in the cab every time. And or I may not have gotten around to fixing the PTO on the 1086 yet. Oh, well, let's see if she'll start. Neutral, neutral. Turn the key. Oh yeah, we have life. It's not that cold today. Flip the lever. PTO's spinning. Now it's gonna get loud. On the wagon tractor, we're going to dump a whole bunch in the blower because it's settled there on the beaters. were dumping those big piles in the blower. It's a very spicy governor on the 6610. Now we've got two speeds, a low and a high, and for some reason I never use low. But being in high the whole time, if we had road travel and someplace to go, you know, I definitely would want to go that fast to make sure we got back to the field. But being out front and no road travel, I'm unloading quicker than Dad can shop a load of silage. Okay, we got to look underneath the shields and see all the moving action. These are non-reversing beds. It's all chain drive, a lot of gear reduction. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of chains to make it go real slow. Not to mention one inside there. I don't feel like pulling up this shield. I guess we can. Let's pull it up. Let's see what's going on inside. To look up the back here. There we can see it. It's funny, on this wagon they tried to like hide everything and keep it, I don't know, flat on the back. Where a lot of wagons, the apron chain sticks out a hair. Well, we better not plug it now because I am in no place to do anything about it. Back here getting all these famous Bame Farm camera views. Climb to the top. Well, for being a slightly longer length of cut, we seem to be flowing through pretty well. See, this model is an 816, and I think the other wagon we have, it's tandem axle, and there's slight differences. The unload apron is narrower, and they use a different style bearing for the beaters. And the floor chain sticks out the back just a hair. But we'll see that. We'll get a video of that wagon doing the real corn. Well, now everything's about toy scale. Now that we're 60 feet in the air up the side of this. The apron chain has to go around about twice because the pile fell over. And we'll spend as much time on the last quarter of the load as we did for the first 3 quarters. If everybody zooms their eyeballs in, we can see Dad out there working. We about have the sweet corn cleaned up. We planted a little bit of field corn at the bottom. There's still some sweet corn way out on the top of the hill. When we planted it, it was getting really dry, and typically that far section holds moisture decently, and then down here in the sloping parts, if it's dry, the corn can struggle. You can see some germination issues there in the field corn. And that's all. You can also see where Dad got stuck yesterday. It's like our carpet farm setup from way up here. It's a shame I got the combine out because I had to park some other stuff, like some grain in the barn that really needed to stay dry. And I guess the combine, you know, had to get a bath. Okay, who wants to look inside the silo? Everybody close your eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes because I'm sure I'm gonna have stuff blowing back out at me. Yeah, I'm definitely wearing my work after that. Well, everything's empty. Yep, there is nothing left. I had too much fun on top of the silo enjoying the view, so I took forever to get back down. Gotta remember to pull our lever here, and we're set for the next load. And we'll see who's faster. The unload or the refill of the box out in the field. See, I'm not always too close. Well, it seems that I was faster unloading. I even did it the slow way. He's working his way back with a full wagon from the other end. I think he's trying to work through some grass where the prevailing wind blows that way, and the grass was leaning that way, and he's chopping the opposite direction. I guess just trying to pick some pieces up on his way back. Here's the other wagon for the next video when we do the regular corn silage. Tiny little baby differences. I guess I'll play automatic wagon hitch. So we're kind of set up with the rope there to pull the pin out. But that doesn't always help. I can't swing the pin from the cab to get it in or lift the wagon tongue. But both of these are extendable. So we only have to be so close. You don't have to be perfect, just got to be there-ish. demonstration of the hitch latching. One downfall of the wind or the dryness. I don't think it really matters. I always seem to get a good coating of stuff on the radiator screen up there. Well, that's a cycle of the wagons. We're doing a good job, Eva. Say yeah, we're doing a good job.